Imagine waking up one day to the news that 10 more kids died of polio, 5 kids got measles, and 10 adults were infected with smallpox. This is what the world could face if we don't stop the anti-vaccine movement. Today I'll explain to you the importance of being vaccinated not only to protect yourself, but those around you. There are differing opinions on what the world thinks about the safety of vaccines. As a pharmacy major, we learn about all different parts of the medical field, and I've been conducting lots of research over the past few weeks and feel very confident. The increased use of natural medicine is causing an epidemic of diseases that have been eradicated. It is important to understand the need to vaccinate yourself and others and understand that vaccines are safe. With an increase in the anti-vaccine movement and a new desire to use natural medicine, there have been increased breakouts of disease. Vaccinations were first invented in 1789 by Dr. Edward Jenner for smallpox. Fast forward to today, and smallpox has been eradicated for 40 years. According to my survey, 27% of you get the flu vaccine every year. This is extremely low considering 90% or more of you need to be vaccinated for herd immunity, according to IFL Science. However, over 80% of you are up to date on all of your vaccines, which means herd immunity is kept there. Also, nearly 50% of you know someone who has declined a vaccine due to fear of safety. However, at the same time, over 80% of you said that you can fully explain what a vaccine does. This either means that you don't fully understand vaccines, or because you've never gotten sick, you don't feel the need to get vaccinated. While many of you may not personally be getting sick, you could be a carrier and pass the disease to someone who's not vaccinated. According to sciencebasedmedicine.org, some people are genetically unable to respond to a vaccine, immunodeficient and won't respond, or some are just too young to simply receive the vaccine and are at risk when you don't get your own vaccine. If you look at the screen, you can see the picture on the left was what happens when you're not vaccinated. Virus spreads rapidly, whereas the picture on the right shows that if getting vaccinated, a disease cannot spread as easily. Even with the creation of vaccines that can prevent diseases that are harmful to others, people still feel the need not to get vaccinated, and it's led to numerous outbreaks over the year. As you can see from this chart, the introduction of the measles vaccine drastically stopped measles outbreaks worldwide. Even though the vaccine has been proven to be effective, there's still numerous outbreaks of the disease. In 2015, a measles outbreak originated in Disneyland, spread to 7 states and 2 countries, according to Los Angeles Times. It was fueled by the parents' refusal to vaccinate their kids. The Los Angeles Times stated, a team of infectious disease experts calculated the vaccination rate among people who were exposed to measles during the outbreak was no higher than 86% and might have been as low as 50%. This is way below the 90% herd immunity standards. One kid not being vaccinated led to a nationwide outbreak of disease that was supposedly eradicated, all because of parents' fear that vaccines cause autism. You may be thinking to yourself, I've seen so many things on social media stating vaccines cause autism and are not safe. How do I know who to believe? First things first, vaccines do not cause autism. Let's talk about where that came from. Dr. Andrew Wakefield, a British doctor who originally linked vaccines to autism, wrote a paper, and in February 28th of 2018 marked the 20th anniversary of this paper being released. He stated that the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine led to autism. The paper was eventually eradicated by co-authors for fraudulent research, however the information is still circulating. 20 years later, and vaccine rates still have not gone back to normal, especially in the UK, according to Time magazine. Around the time this paper was written, the measles were declared eliminated. However, since then, 2,216 cases have been reported. It took 6 months to do it, but according to Healthland Time, Dr. Wakefield has since lost his license, yet he still goes around campaigning that and attacking the CDC. Vaccines have been around for over 200 years and only become safer from there. According to the CDC, vaccines today are safer and will continue getting safer. Vaccines are required to go through a series of tests before they can even go to the public. These tests ensure the benefits of vaccines approved by the US outweigh the risks, defines which groups can get certain vaccines, and describes side effects and adverse effects reported after vaccination, and evaluates whether these side effects are worth it. If you look at the graph, you can see that a majority of vaccines have moderate or mild effects. Mild being just swelling, heat, maybe a few flu-like symptoms, but nothing life-threatening. I hope you realize how much you can affect others' lives by not getting vaccinated. The anti-vaccine movement has grown rapidly over the past few years and has led to people not understanding the importance of vaccines and how safe they really are. So take what you have learned and go and get yourself and loved ones vaccinated today to protect everyone in the long run. By doing this, we can keep diseases like measles, whooping cough, and smallpox out of our concern while trying to find cures for diseases like cancer, AIDS, and diabetes.